sometimes life is just perfect for giving us these divine interventions, these divine appointments that we don't ask for, but we pray for, right? Sometimes we find ourselves praying for things that we're actually not seeking for. See, it's important that whatever you ask for, you go and seek for that. So if you're praying for something and you're not expecting it to come, or you don't even believe it's gonna come, then you're praying amiss. You're asking amiss. You're asking something in the atmosphere that you really don't believe. And if you don't believe it, so many things don't happen to people because they don't believe. It's not because they're not talented. It's not because they don't know. It's not because they're not gifted with some kind of special gifting in that area. But if you lack the confidence, some people say, well, what's the difference between someone that makes it and me? And the biggest difference is you don't believe in yourself, or you don't believe in your abilities, or you won't invest in yourself to better the areas that may be weak, so that you can succeed on a level that you know you can and you want to. So I want to encourage you, don't be afraid to go and seek for more, to go and ask for more and want more, desire more, and go get more, because closed mouths don't get fed. If you never knock on the door of opportunity, honey, ain't nobody opening the door. Nobody's gonna be just open the door saying, ooh, somebody out there, ooh. Nobody does it. Do you do that at your house? Do you go outside or constantly open your door to see if someone's there that you want to show up, that doesn't show up? If you want somebody to come, all right, you need to let them know. You need to let yourself know. If you want blessings to come, if you want your business to flourish, if you want your children to be successful, you need to speak those things. If you are expecting to be married and you want to have a relationship, or you want these great things to come your way, don't be afraid to jump out there and start fashioning yourself for the things that you want, because we have to prepare to make room for the things that we want. Our gifting will make room for us, but our commitment and our dedication and our consistency can close doors. So I want you to work on the things that you need to do in order to align all of these things together, right? Because there's nothing worse than having access to everything you want in life. It's like right there. You see the door, you know it can open, you want it to open, you've been praying, but you have not been preparing. Do not be in error. Do not miss the wave because you refuse to do the preparation, the real work, right? So if you're doing the work, if you're saying, okay, Crystal, I've been preparing, I've been doing things, I've been, believing, I've been doing everything that I can do. Now you have to stand on something. You have to stand on a word. If you're a believer like me, you find a word and you say, Father, I've done everything I was supposed to do. I checked my house. I made sure there was no sin in my camp, or there's nothing going wrong that I can control. There are still going to be things that, of course, we know could be better, but there's nothing that I'm doing to cause the reactions that I'm receiving. So I need you to do something for me. I'm seeking a miracle. I'm seeking for something to do what I can't do. You say through Christ all things are possible, right? So if we believe that through the words we speak, the words we believe, the words that we act on, we believe that it's going to open doors, right? So if you don't believe that your words are going to open doors for you, that your actions actually make a difference, if they say like the early bird catches the worm. So if you are not early to do stuff, if you're late to everything, if you're inconsistent, if people can't rely on you, those are some of the reasons that's holding you back from going into the directions that you want to go into. If you want to be in the room, you got to be available, right? So then the question becomes, okay, how do I become available? How do I shake up my schedule? How do I shift my thinking? How do I shift my lifestyle? How do I allow for things that I really want to come into my life, to hit my life, right? If you really want your children, if you want your children to know and to believe like you're going to have to make time for them. And trust me, I know, with everything going on in my life, building a business, writing books, publishing books, helping other people ghostwriting books, and then running a women's store and a cosmetic line, you might think, Crystal, where do you have time? But let me tell you, I find time to homeschool my children, to talk to them, to reason with them, to coach them through their lives, and to just be with them. Sometimes it's not important about the stuff you buy them, because that stuff is going to get broken. And it just stabs you in the heart when they break your stuff, especially when you know what it took you to go get something that costs thousands, hundreds of dollars, and they're just, reckless or careless. Pick a word. But I realize what they really value is me. What anybody that loves you values the most is you. It's not the gifts, it's not the presents, it's not the things we think. Sometimes it's the text message to say I love you. It's the hearing I love you. It's knowing that you have someone you can lean on if the world falls apart, if the economy sucks. if your money is if your money is funny, right? If anything is going on in your life, it's important to know you have somebody to lean on. And I know sometimes you might be thinking, well, I don't have anyone to lean on. It's just me. I'm by myself. I'm battling my thoughts. I'm battling depression. I'm battling suicidal thoughts. If this is you, I want to encourage you because you are never alone. I know you may feel alone and you might feel isolated. You might feel like nobody understands you or nobody loves you or cares about you or recognizes if you fell off the face of the earth. But trust me, there are people that will recognize that you are missing or that you're not your normal self. But what you do when people ask you, are you okay? Are you okay? You say, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. You're lying. Stop lying. If you want more, if you need more, you have to be willing to ask for more. And then you have to be willing to do the work. No one can pull you out of your depression, okay? No one can pull you out of your depression. People can provide you with resources for you to take yourself out of depression. Usually depression, of course, is a mindset. When we say, well, I don't want to be here no more. And having these thoughts is normal. Most of us get depressed. Most of us go through spirals. Most of us even have suicidal thoughts. When you say stuff like, Father, I don't even care no more. Just kill me today. Whether you realize it or not, these are the things that we say to cope with things that make us feel overwhelmed. And you're overwhelmed because you don't feel like you're prepared. You don't feel like you're prepared for life or for rejection or for the things to go wrong or for things that are going wrong or for a loss of something, right? So in order for us to cope, we tend to lash out on some really reckless words and reckless thoughts and ideas. And then this starts shaping the world around us, right? So if you're constantly speaking negative things and death and just all kinds of these depressive concepts, then depression grows in this atmosphere. So if you want to change your life, if you want to get out of suicidal thoughts, if you want to get out of depression, you're going to have to want to live more than you want to die. You're going to have to want to make changes more than you want to stay the same. Because if you stay the same, you're going to stay in the same mode and concept. You can't just make changes like, oh, I'm not going to say that word, I'm going to use this word. But if it's the same thing, then you're not transforming your life, right? So you have to go beyond change to transform your life. One change is not typically going to transform your life. What transforms your life is when you make consistent changes to build a better you. And yes, when you're going through the transformational process, it is not an overnight process where today you're depressed, tomorrow you're not. If that's the way it works, then I would say that something's not organic. Something's not authentic, either in you or in your thinking or your rationale or there is a problem, right? But when you say, you know what, I'm better than I was yesterday. I'm better than I was 2 weeks ago. I'm better than I was 2 weeks ago. And don't be afraid to reach out to people that can help you, right? You say nobody cares about you. Find somebody that does. Find somebody that does. And people might say, well, oh, if I get a coach or if I get a counselor, if I get somebody to stand with me and I'm paying them, then they're not real. That's not true. That's not true. People get to choose their clients. I choose my clients. I don't work with everybody. I don't go and real people that are really caring about people. They want you to come to them ready. They don't want to try and push and pull and do all of these gimmicks and stuff to try to convince you that you need them because they already have a list of people that know they need them. So they're not out here trying to sell you on using them or employing them or any of those things. Not if they already have the right heart and the right mind, and that's how they set their business up. They don't have to do that. They just have to be their authentic selves. And I gotta tell you, I'm authentic because I know that trying to be somebody else gets overwhelming. You forget stuff, you're pretending, and pretending always leads to more disappointment. So if you're pretending in your life, if things are not going right, be honest with yourself and say, hey, look, my marketing sucks. Or, the way I set up my business isn't working. Or the way my family's running right now is not going to plan. I need more discipline here. I need to master consistency, right? I need to learn how to spend more time with my children or how to build quality time with my children. Maybe you're always around me, but you're always on TV or you're always on your phone and you don't know how to Some of us are in 30 years or 40 years or 50 years or whatever you might be in life, and you're like, why am I not further ahead? What have I done wrong? Or I thought I was going to be married and I've been single for the last 20 years. What's going on? Or 9 years. And if you're, and all of these things look different for all of us. Yes, it does. Not everybody's going to want to be married or get married. Not everybody wants children, and all that stuff does happen. But if there are things you want, it's okay to want more. It's okay to pull yourself to go get it. It's okay not to be apologetic for wanting more than what you have, and being willing to invest in the things you value, right? So if you value your family, invest in it. If you value your marriage, invest in it. If you value your relationships, invest in them. If you love your clients, invest in them. If you love your customers, invest in them, right? If you love